Welcome back everyone, TheAdmiral here with the second episode of TheAdmiral Derping Off Grid, or is Derping Off Grid. I think we go with this title. But yeah, welcome back. If you survived the first episode, which was extremely improvised, you will not be disappointed because this episode is going to be even more improvised. I'm recording now from my phone because I ran out of storage space on my iPad. So yeah, let's use the F word because we are not on YouTube. Fuck that. Anyway, let's maybe in the second episode introduce the first of the 4 things you need kind of to go off-grid, namely the piece of land, which is the core of it all. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned this the first episode already. It took me more than half a year, bureaucratic hassles and battles in France to get this piece of land. So yeah, what I got is arguably nice or not nice. We'll see. I will show you a little bit around. That's the subject of this episode, I think. And I'm going with the motto that it is what you make out of it what counts, and not what it is when you get it, sort of. You get my point. So we'll see what we can do together, maybe, if you want to join. Yeah, what we can make out of it, because a lot needs to be done. So you will see. So let's turn the camera around, if this works, and let's first maybe introduce the old man's lady, who actually, I give my cars usually a name, is here. Yeah, I purchased this beautiful S-Type Jaguar from 2004. Like 4 years ago when I still had some money. And it was cheap because it's in France, so there are different rules applying to like these high-end cars. And if you're interested in, I will tell you what it actually is, what makes France special. As a German, I can allow me such an opinion because we Germans grew up with gasoline in our blood and lead in our feet, you know the drill. But yeah, let's introduce now the piece of land. So it is actually not that little for the price. So I didn't have a lot of money, so I needed to go really small. However, there is one catch which applies to Europeans. I think in America it's not really an issue unless you live more in rural areas, not rural areas, so closer to cities. But here in France we can purchase land, but we are not really owners in a way that we can actually build whatever you want. So we need for everything permission, except I think breathing air is still free, but I think they will taxate this soon as well. Especially with our European governments. I mean, they rip the people off, which is part of the reason why the old man still has a job, while having actually a middle-class job, needs to go off-grid. But yeah, this will come, the rant against the society will come in due course. First we have to settle down and get kind of a shelter up and running from persecution, because now people go to prison if they say the slightest thing. But that's kind of the piece of land. So there is, you see the border in the back there, or the fence, which is the limit, and the fence in the front here with a broken down gate, which is more than 10 years old and rotten from the inside, so really bad. Then here's a little cabin. I'm not sure who wanted to have such a cabin. Maybe in the 70s this was really edgy and cool. It's no longer edgy and cool. And it is yellow inside. I mean, for crying out loud. To speak with the words of Jack O'Neill from Stargate, that's a no-go. I mean, yellow, no. But this will all go. So I have a plan, and I will lay this out in a future video. Currently it's really all improvised, and I'm not even sure if I can record this video due to lack of storage space. And I need to charge the phone anyway soon. So we'll see. It's gonna be the garage for Willow. Maybe we can give her a shelter. then the plan is to make the yacht here, because we need about like 7 times 8 meters. So the yacht itself is like medium size. It has, I think, 29 square meter, which is about 270 square feet for our American viewers. I will try to translate everything into colonial. No, not colonial. What would that be? Yeah, colonial measures. But I think even the English use the feet still. So yeah, anyway, so that's about, yeah, let's say a little bit less than 300 square feet gonna be the interior of the yacht, but there's gonna be a little deck and a little, yeah, veranda, as we say in Europe. In France, I think it's called veranda or so, and Germany is called veranda. Gonna be a little deck, I think that's the proper English word for it, in front of the entrance, and I think that's enough space. It's in between the trees. There's a little clearing also above, obviously, for, yeah, going off grid. We need solar energy, which we have sort of already. So yeah, that's nice. Then, yeah, you see here the back fence it's just over there. Then here's a little lavatory. Don't show you this one, but yeah, so this is kind of the end then. And the idea is to make a proper fence with high bushes, and yeah, in the back there is then forest, which is very nice because we're gonna move here. This is another reason why I'm going actually off-grid. As you know, my neighbor in the Fakko village in which I'm living, sorry for my French here, but I need to get rid of this, I need to say that, poisoning and eating all my cats, so I'm moving here also because of that. So the cats have they're gonna have a lot of field days out there in the wild of the forest. So that's not so bad. Then yeah, this fence is, yeah, it's the neighbor's fence, but there's nobody living here. So that is really old stuff. As you can possibly tell, there's no window inside anymore. So nobody takes care of this for at least 10 years, which is actually good. And which brings me also back, yeah, to the primary condition. You need to have, or your land needs to have in Europe to actually go off-grid in a legal way, because yeah, they clamp down on everything, our governments and police. So you want to do it as legal as possible, which is kind of a contradictory thing as well, because you try to escape society but still try to be legal. Now, what I bought with this land is the permission to build. So, and the notaire, so the notary office, I think it's called in English, told me sort of that now, in this current situation, political situation, and yeah, population density, etc., etc., it is impossible to get a building permission in actually a forest like this. Even though it doesn't look very nice, but this building permission comes from, I think, 1969, and they cannot revoke it. So it's there, and that's what I bought. So we can build here 2 cabins. I will show you the other one in a moment. And one abri, in French it's called abri, so this is kind of a bigger structure which is mobile, and a yacht counts as a mobile structure because it's a tent at the end of the day. So you cannot make a solid foundation in the ground for the abri, for the yacht, but we don't need this. We build a base on top of the ground. Soon, in one of the next episodes, we'll start. And yeah, but these cabins, so this one here with the ugly yellow interior, has actually a concrete foundation, and it's about, yeah, I think the concrete foundation goes up to this point here in the front, like around here. If I can get my foot on the camera here, on the footage. So it's about, yeah, 16 square meter, which is about 150 square feet, which makes for a nice room, I think. And yeah, this is going to be the garage. Now let's head over, and it goes through some beautiful layer of birch trees. And yes, this is a notch to Minecraft. I don't really like birch trees in Minecraft. Nobody likes birch trees in Minecraft, but in reality they look actually pretty good, I have to say. Yeah, then it goes through this little denser yeah, shrubbery in a way. I'm not sure how to say that, but yeah, then we go around here, and yeah, here you see actually what is beautiful. Unfortunately, there is no sun today. Yesterday it looked significantly better, but yeah, there are some beautiful flowers. I'm not sure what they are called, but different colors. And look at this, all the same type. There's like pinkish. This is whatever purplish. This is almost red, wine red or so. Very nice. And yeah, here's the other limit, or the other border fence, and in the back there. So it's wrapping around. It's pretty much squared, which is nice because you make optimal use of the territory. Then yeah, here was another of these patches with some structures which are completely broken down and yeah, look very rough. But yeah, nobody is living here. So this is all from very ancient times, possibly 10 years plus. Yeah, nobody took care of that, which is okay. Now, we have some structures as well, like this little shed here, then the little thing there, which I don't know what it is. So this is number one, and the first one I think you saw already a few moments ago when we passed by. Yeah, this is the little shed over there. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you like it. I'm not sure, when I saw it the first time, I didn't really, enthusiastically jump into the sky. But then the notaire, so the guy who managed the whole bureaucracy, told me some secrets. And yeah, one secret was basically that permissions to build actually in the landscape are no longer available, at least in France. But I think in Germany it's the same, in the UK. And the reason is the population density. So that is what we have here. So we go full legal, which is kind of an oxymoron in a way, or how you call this? Yeah, strange, because we're going off grid to rescue ourselves from bureaucracy and society, but we need kind of a legal protection. So that's what we have. And that's what you should take care of as well if you go off grid. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, which, yeah, introduced into the future living, well, garden or whatever. No, not garden, but part of rural France the old man will live in. And yeah, of course, if you have any suggestions for what we can do here, how we can decorate it, garden. So my idea was maybe a Japanese garden type thing, but we'll see if this works out. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of possibility, a lot of opportunities, and as you saw, possibly a lot of stuff needs to be cleaned up, and yeah, a lot of stuff needs to be done. So if you have any suggestions, recommendations, maybe expertise how to grow in a forest like potatoes or stuff, because I'm not even sure if this will work. I didn't check up on this yet. Please let the old man know. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, then let it be known to the old man, and I will continue. And yeah, we'll see where we go from here. It's exciting in a way. But yeah, I hope to see you back. And with that being said, over and out. Good hunting, and see you next time.